Good morning. So I'm doing this video with a little bit of not fear, but like worrying about what people may think. And but I know that it probably needs to be talked about. Um, so just hear me out and take from it what you will. But I wanted to give examples of how we're living in two realities at the same time. I have two perfect examples. So, where I live, it's rural, and behind my house is a large park called Fireman's Park, and we have helicopters that land there. Now, it was like 10 o'clock at night on a weekday, and suddenly it's like almost a freight train's coming through my house. There's a helicopter landing out back there. Now, when I used to be on the Chamber of Commerce and this and that, I found out that like that's the landing place if ever there was. Because back when I was on Chamber, that was when terror. We were worrying about terrorism, and like we were all doing drills and things like this. So we were all in the knowledge of that. Helicopters can land in Fireman's Park, and so many of them can land, and where they can be placed, and this and that, right? Well, there's a certain spot in Fireman's Park that if they land, like it's covered by trees. Like you cannot see what's going on, right? So that happened. Okay, whatever, no big deal. Maybe just, that helicopter pilot decided to, that that's where he wanted to be. I mean, no, whatever, but 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, damn, man, that was loud. What the hell on a weeknight? And the only time them helicopters have been coming has been once a year for the firemen's big gala thing. They let everybody check out what the search and rescue is all about. So anyway, I look out there because I'm like, what the heck's going on, And it's an orange and white helicopter that's landing. And it's dark out. And I'm like, whoa, and the spotlights and everything, and my window's wide open. So like this is all very real to me, like real 50 feet away, or well, 100 feet, whatever the back of the house is. I mean, that's how close it is. And then I'm watching, and we have like a track, like a running track. And all of a sudden, about 15 minutes later, I'm hearing vehicles and like three big, not three, shit, one big SUV came. Dark. I can't say that it was a black SUV. I'm not going to go into this like whole conspiracy theory thing. No, no, no. I'm just reporting what I saw. So a large dark SUV. It could have been red. It was night. It's nighttime. It could have been a dark color, right? Okay. So then I'm just like, and where I was sitting, I was actually kind of doing my thing where I kind of listen to music and I sway and I dance and I chant, like not chant, but I channel stuff. It was like my nightly thing that I do. I was kind of in the higher vibration, of receiving and shit. So I was standing near the window so I could see all this going on too. Like I wasn't playing Miss Kravitz, for real. And so then like not even like two songs go by, so another like 15 minutes, and that truck's going the other way, the SUV. And then 1 hour, almost to the minute, like it came in at like 35 and it left at like 37. It left. And I'm like, that's so freaking bizarre. So I just end up telling someone about it who lives with me, and he says, yeah, I saw an article about that. It was one of those red Superior helicopters. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. He's like, yeah, there's video. I'm like, I saw it with my eyes. It was white with orange, like orange sections. I saw it. I know what I saw. He's like, there's video. It was a red Superior one. They were doing training for the fire station. He's like, there would be SUVs because they were bringing people. And I'm like, how many people? Like they were doing a training with a lot of people. I'm like, well, there was one. I don't know, whatever. I feel like we saw two different things. Here's the next thing. Now, this is more because it's two people not lying. Yesterday, I was supposed to go for a walk, okay, with my family. And the two people left before me, and I said, I'll get there because my knee's been locking up, so I was working on it, giving it a lot of healing so I'd be able to do this walk. 5 minutes go by, 7 tops, and I'm jetting out the house to go over to Lions Park. I get to Lions Park. There's nobody there except a woman with a white shirt with like colorful lettering and a man with a little girl who's on a yellow little car scooter thing going around the track. So I'm standing there and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking for my two people because they said they were going to go there first and then they were going to go to the other track that's behind the house. This is a tiny town. There's not far to go. Like, to go to the one track and then to go to the other track, there's only 2 ways to go. So I could have only missed them by one way. But here's the thing. I literally had left the house like 5 to 7 minutes after they did. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to go around the track once. They went around the track twice. When I told them who was there, it was the same people that were there when they were there. They didn't see me. I didn't see them. They were not there. They said I wasn't there. They then proceed to walk over to the other track, which I also walked to because I didn't see them there. I tell them the people that are there, they see the same people there too. They don't see me. I don't see them. I think that both instances were glitches, or that we're living 2 separate lives. I'm open to any comments you are willing to give. I really am. And hopefully, maybe for some of you, you're doing this too. And maybe we can share stories and come to the realization that we are creators and that we are living in separate realities from those who maybe are not on the same whatever. And then that goes to prove that the certain timelines we don't have to actually live in, i.e. timelines that have these issues that are happening. I hope that you receive this with love and respect, grace and ease, and take what you will and leave what you don't. Thank you.